What's up guys, it's Dr. Thug. This is a collection of my more unique controllers. Not all my controllers, just a collection of my more unique ones. So we got the NES Advantage right here, the arcade pad, the NES Max, which is like, it's super tiny. I've got big fingers anyways, but the Turbo Touch 360, which actually doesn't have a D-pad or anything, you just slide your finger, which is pretty wild. Then moving quickly over to the SNES, Super Nintendo, same thing. Just for the Super Nintendo. Here's another arcade pad for the Super Nintendo, the Quick Shot. All these work, as far as I know. I've used a lot of them and played a lot of them, so as far as I know, they all work and everything. And there's one in the box for that as well, for the Super Nintendo controller. There's just a random controller, branded controller, and then the classic for all my nostalgic people out there. And then another SNES, Quick Shot arcade pad, joysticks, buttons. The buttons are definitely different, as you can hear, a little clickier and stuff. Then we have this one, which I really love. This is the one they made for Super Nintendo, or Super Famicom in Japan. There's the plug-in for it. This is for that Capcom made it, as you can see, Capcom pad soldier, for fighting games and stuff, so it's pretty cool. You don't see a whole lot of those anymore. Then we got the, switching to Nintendo 64, we got one of the first ever wireless controllers ever that used a infrared sensor here, and that plugged up to your to your console. And you know, if somebody walked in front of it, it would die pretty quick, but it's pretty cool. The Ultra Racer 64, Nintendo 64, the Super Pad. 64 Plus, it's kind of like if a Nintendo 64 controller was a real controller. Then we have just some other Nintendo 64 controllers with some random brands. Most of these are just like aftermarket or whatever. I just thought they were kind of different and neat, so I add them to the collection. And then my little shout out to little PlayStation controllers that I have. And then GameCube Wii controllers that I have. This one's actually still in the box. This lets you play certain GameCube games, certain Wii games, just with a regular controller, and it's kind of laid out with like the GameCube controller, which is cool. This is actually for Wii. It's awesome for like Super Smash Brothers, obviously, and stuff. Smash Pad, the Samus Edition, I love that one. Then I've got some Switch controllers as well. I love this one for 64 games. It's got a dongle with it, actually. And you can use it for Nintendo 64 as well. And this is one of my favorite, the Pro 2 by 8-Bit Do. Is one of the most fantastic controllers ever. I've got two of these. One in the atomic purple, of course. I have atomic purple, some Joy-Cons. These are real ones, just with a little cover over them. Dragon Ball Z, what's up? Pokemon, of course. Love Pokemon. These are some aftermarket ones, though. And then the world's smallest little controller by 8-Bit Do, the 02. It's itty bitty in box. Just some more 8-Bit Do controllers, NES. And then to finish off, or to be almost finish off, is the arcade pad for the Switch. And then I've actually got one of these dinky things, which is just a controller that you can turn on, and it turns on to the, you know, old school, pretty crappy list of ROMs and NES ROMs and stuff, and homemade games and whatever. So yeah, there you have it. Hope you enjoyed.